year, new goals. Let us approach 2024 with the resolve to find the opportunities hidden in each new day. It's the first Tuesday in January, and we're so grateful that you could have joined us for this showing of Jamaica Magazine. I'm Adrian Atkinson. We have more coming up, but first, the news.
Good day, I'm Twyla Whelan, and this is your JS News for Tuesday, January 2, 2024. The government will be taking on bold investments this year in key areas of national developments. These were announced by Prime Minister Andrew Holness in his address to the nation on New Year's Day. Among them is the build-out of a comprehensive social services response to crime and violence. The Prime Minister explains that it will target education and youth services, social partnerships with faith-based and NGOs, and social safety net support for at-risk groups. It will also include public health intervention and targeted media and public education campaigns.
Therefore, in 2024, my administration will focus on reducing violence, building our social and emotional intelligence and human capital, strengthening our families, and promoting peace in our land.
Addressing road infrastructure, Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the government will follow through on its plan to begin targeted road repairs to local and community roads through a $20 billion budget allocation. This, he indicates, will address years of neglect, which has resulted in approximately 11,000 kilometers of roadways needing repair.
You will have a say in which roads should be repaired first from the allocations, and your elected representatives will be tasked to hold community consultations.
Other works on schedule to begin this year are the widening of Grange Lane in Portmore, along with a new entrance to Portmore off Mandela Highway. This is expected to ease traffic congestion on that thoroughfare.
We will begin work to widen the bridge on Washington Boulevard, and plans are far advanced for procurement of works to improve Tom Redcombe Drive and Lady Musgrave Road in Kingston. Prime
Minister Holness also announces that motorists will be able to use the Maypen to Williamsfield leg of the East-West Highway toll-free until March 31 this year.
Early this year, we will open the dualized highway from Harborview heading to Yallas, along with several segments heading to Port Antonio.
A renewed call is being made for persons to step into the new year with a sense of purpose and a rekindled spirit of unity. That's the word from Governor General Sir Patrick Allen in his New Year's message to the nation. Sir Patrick also asked for an unwavering commitment to making our nation a haven of peace, prosperity, and harmony.
Together, we can turn challenges into opportunities and our collective dreams into reality.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister Andrew Holness is urging citizens to embrace the opportunities that lie ahead and face challenges with courage and wisdom.
God has given us the opportunity to see the sun rise on a new year. Let us rejoice with gratitude and embrace the 2024 canvas of possibilities to paint new and better pictures for our future with vibrant colors of our Jamaican creativity, dreams, and aspirations, or complete the masterpieces we have started with optimism and determination.
Similarly, Leader of the Opposition Mark Golding reiterates the need for collective commitment to seeing positive changes in our lives and our country.
It is clear to me that overcoming our serious challenges requires a collaborative approach, energized by a renewed spirit of national unity. I am committed to working constructively and in good faith with all well-thinking Jamaicans, regardless of political affiliation or the considerations that have too long divided us, towards finding the ways and means to secure a better future for our country.
And finally, the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation is seeking to dispel rumours that the government intends to displace residents of Central Kingston to make way for a new development. The concerns reportedly arose from an urgent notice posted by the ministry in a local newspaper recently, seeking to identify the owners of a property in the area. But the ministry released a press statement explaining that the land acquisition advertisement is part of the pre-planning to rehouse residents displaced by a fire on James Street and Smith Lane on August 8, 2022, as well as address the housing needs of other community members. Following the fire, Prime Minister Andrew Holness and a team from the Hope unit visited the area and gave a commitment to rebuilding and rehousing the affected families. It was indicated that the government would need to acquire necessary properties for housing development. A joint site visit was subsequently undertaken on August 18, 2022 by the relevant branches of the ministry along with the Member of Parliament. That site visit was to assess the extent of fire damage to commence planning for the replacement of the affected housing units. The plan also included acquiring 29 James Street, a vacant building that poses a security risk. In explaining the misconceptions that have arisen, the ministry says it unequivocally denies any intention to displace residents. A meeting is being planned for this week with affected families and residents to discuss comprehensive redevelopment plans for the area, aligning with the government's urban renewal goals. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Twyla Whelan. Thanks for watching.
So many wish they could visit our shores. We live where they vacation. Brand Jamaica beckons all from the four corners of the earth.
Well, as a Jamaican, I have great pride in selling it. Your pride that you sell Jamaica with is something that it rolls off. Jamaica has so much to offer, and every time I have the privilege of bringing an executive down to Jamaica, an executive from an airline or a tour operator or a travel agency, and you take them across the country, the pride that they said, wow, I can't imagine, especially when it's their first time. Wow, I love this.
Build it. Cherish it. Our wealth is Brand Jamaica.
Jamaica is one of the top Caribbean islands, welcoming visitors with its vibrant culture and people. Learn more next.
Jamaica is a brand of euphoric excitement that pulsates from the roots of the island. It's the authentic zest of this vibrant experience that draws millions of visitors longing for a taste. It's why the Ministry of Tourism is exploring all possible options to ensure visitors have that safe, secure, and seamless experience. The Ministry of Tourism is on a mission to refine and solidify Jamaica's destination assurance policy through an island-wide consultation tour with stakeholders.
We recognize that tourism cannot happen without a whole constellation of players and partners and experiences.
There is no book that we can look in to find a destination assurance. So when we did the first concept paper, it was out of my head and my PS and our little team. And we literally gave the frame of it to our consultants, and we made afterwards a green paper, and the Cabinet of the Land approved it. And now we are looking to make a white paper that will make Jamaica the first country in the world to have a destination assurance policy.
Jamaica's Destination Assurance Framework and Strategy, DAFS, is a plan that will drive a sustainable shift in the tourism industry. The document will outline a comprehensive plan to safeguard the delivery of high-quality experiences for visitors. The strategy will focus on providing standards for enterprises by ensuring more businesses are licensed, development of a quality management system for businesses operating in the tourism space, protocol for Destination Assurance Council, who monitor the destinations and monitoring the compliance of destination assurance stakeholders. A Destination Assurance Council is being created to lend their expertise in areas such as healthcare, security, and the environment, elements essential to the delivery of a high-quality tourism product.
And therefore, what we are talking about with the Destination Assurance Councils is to set up a team of competent people who can ensure that these critical touch points, which enable a visitor to have a safe, secure, and seamless experience, is in place. Destination assurance is fully predicated on public order, and that the Ministry of Tourism and the tourism sector stand squarely behind the Ministry of National Security to secure and ensure public order in the public spaces of Jamaica.
Reducing visitor harassment, ensuring proper disposal of solid waste, and maintaining order in resort areas are top priorities of the policy. The feedback from tourism stakeholders throughout the public consultations will guide the inclusivity of the policy. Minister Bartlett will present the Destination Assurance Framework and Strategy as a white paper in Parliament for approval. Destination Assurance will also be included in the broader tourism strategy and action plan for Jamaica. The ministry is developing the strategy in partnership with the Inter-American Development Bank (IDB) and stakeholders from various industries.
So Destination Assurance is about giving that confidence to the market that our promise cannot be second-guessed. That when you come to Jamaica, you will have a safe, secure, and seamless experience.
Out of many, let us all unite. We are one people that will win this fight. Strong against corruption, yeah, this is right. So we should all unite and commit to the fight against corruption, that's the mission. Out of many, one people, there is no division. Seen it clearly, integrity is the vision. Only good can come from a nation that's filled with ambition. It's a must we facilitate growth, cause we want our children's future to be filled with hope. Out of many, let's all unite.
A message from the Integrity Commission.
The safety of the nation's children is in our hands. Let us care for them as they traverse our roadways. Up next, we learn about the Safe Passage project that was implemented in a few communities across Jamaica to ensure children's safety on their journey to and from school.
Extracurricular activities or clubs have always been a nicely added dynamic to our education system, structured on the idea of creating well-rounded portfolios, personal development, meeting more and diverse peers, and improving communication skills for students. Now, with innovation and a goal for creating more focused road users, the Jamaica Social Investment Fund is revolutionizing the idea of school clubs. JSIF is creating a first of its kind for us here in Jamaica. JSIF has teamed up with the Ministry of Education and Youth, the Ministry of Transport's Road Safety Unit, municipal corporations, the Community Development Committee, and the Jamaica Constabulary Force's Public Safety and Traffic Enforcement Branch to form the Safe Passage Safe Routes to School Road Safety Clubs. It's about to make traveling for children much safer through public education.
I'm pleased that this social network was formed as a follow-up to a prior Safe Passages project, which aims to provide a safe environment for students as they traverse specific roadways and thoroughfares in the vicinity of selected school campuses. It was designed, among other things, to provide a safe environment for students as they travel to and from school in certain targeted communities.
The Road Safety Club is an important software, I will call it. So beyond the hardware, the road safety clubs are designed to provide the sustainability to the infrastructure that has been provided. And it works by increasing the capacity of the teachers, parents, the awareness of the members of the JCF, and other persons who are in charge of keeping the roads safe.
The infrastructure that was provided under government's $155 million Integrated Community Development Safe Passages project contains several components that make it easier for children to navigate the streets.
The Safe Passages project contains several components, including the rehabilitation or construction of infrastructure such as sidewalks, bus bays, guardrails, painting of murals, installation of road safety signs, as well as the implementation of comprehensive public education and road safety program that will engage school staff, students, and residents from the beneficiary communities. And finally, to ensure that this is sustained, the formation of the road safety clubs, which we are launching in a very special and significant way today.
The clubs are being set up in an initial 7 primary and infant schools across the country, namely Augustown, Bickersteth, Greenwich Primary, Hope Valley Experimental, Roehampton, Salt Spring, and Treadlight. At the core is the support from those monitoring traffic on our roadways daily.
The Jamaica Constabulary Force have had a long history of working together with schools and children in terms of educating and of course providing information in terms of how best we can take care of ourselves, and especially the children that have to traverse the various roadways. This particular program, which is the Safe Passage Road Safety Club program that has been launched by JCF, the JCF lauds the effort because what we believe is that a kind of holistic approach to safety of our children and of course the entire commuting public, it will make a big difference.
And as government seeks to do its part to protect children using the roadways.
And now that we have returned to full face-to-face teaching and learning in our schools, we will begin to see the impact of this project. I expect that this valuable initiative that has been undertaken by JCF will continue to have a life-saving effect on residents of the beneficiary communities for years to come. Learning to be safe on the roads is a lifelong process.
We urge you to do your part to drive, ride, and walk with care while looking out for the nation's children.
Nutritious food, succulent dishes, superior workmanship, and excellent service. Jamaica is on the go. Let's grow what we eat and eat what we grow. Let's harness the indomitable spirit of our most valued resource, our people. Let's support our local businesses. After all, buying Jamaican means building Jamaica.
Want to grow and reap from your own backyard garden? Do you happen to have limited space? Fret not. Our upcoming feature has all the information you'll need to get started.
Urban gardening is the cultivation of vegetables, fruits, aromatic plants, and herbs in an enclosed space or your backyard. It's an ideal way for those with little space to participate in the process of food production, saving money while feeding themselves. Practical application is one of the best methods of imparting new knowledge. The Jamaica 4-H clubs ran with that concept when it set up an urban garden display project at 123 Duke Street in downtown Kingston.
This project was born out of the COVID pandemic, where we recognize that food production has to become everybody's business. Traditionally, most of our food in Jamaica is cultivated in rural areas. We believe that even if you are in a dormitory community without land space, we believe that there's still an opportunity for you to produce. In this urban model, you would realize that we are demonstrating how you can do air planting, how you can do planting on your fence line, how you can produce food in different medium. And so we are utilizing a fully integrated approach from collecting your own water by generating your own nutrient within the urban garden model setting to be able to produce the food that you will eat.
There are a few vital things that plants need to grow. These include sunlight, proper temperature, moisture, air, and nutrients.
One of the basic pieces of technology inside our urban model garden is to demonstrate rainwater harvesting. From your roof, you're collecting your water, not only your roof, but just anywhere there's a runoff, because it could be a runoff underground. And what you want to do is to be able to have some storage capacity.
In the 4-H urban garden, the water is stored underground to ensure there is more available space on the surface. Of course, your environment will determine the most effective setup for your system.
One of the good things about Jamaica, other than when we have night, we always have sunlight. There are some plants that requires a lot more lighting than others. And so one of the things we demonstrate or we share with urban gardeners is where you put what. So there are some plants that you can do indoors. There are some plants that will strive and do better if they were to be grown outdoor, whether you're using container, you're using your fencing, you're using backyard, front yard, or your rooftop. Another feature that is demonstrated here is composting. To my right is our composting area, and we have a roto-composting bin, as well as we have a regular bin. And in fact, just about all the vegetative matter and the waste from the birds and the animals across there are in fact all placed into our composters, and that is broken down to provide organic matter. Because again, your soil needs that for aeration, it needs it to add humus, and that's what is going to allow your plants to grow well.
And all this can be done in your own space. Livestock is another avenue you can choose in your urban gardening. Rabbit rearing is an excellent source of protein, and it doesn't require much space. You can also use the plants in the garden to feed them. Other animals can be included, such as chicken and fish.
We do a lot of different birds here. You can do your ornamental fish, you can do your tilapia, and you can also do your domestic hens. Because that's something we are also promoting, is to get back to those domestic hens for eggs and meat. There are many things you can do in terms of livestock. It's almost as diverse as you're going for crops.
To replicate this model in your urban space, speak with your Jamaica 4-H Club's parish officer. You can receive seeds and other planting material to get you started.
One of the biggest threats right now in the world is not war or COVID, is really to have a sustainable supply of food. And the view is that no longer can we only rely on the traditional food producer. I think food production has to become everybody's business. And I think the extent to which we are able to get all our people to produce some of what you will consume, I think is one of the greatest steps we can take in looking at the phenomenon of food sustainability.
A strategy the Jamaica 4-H Society has started to aid in maintaining sustainable food within communities. And if you haven't begun the process in your space yet, You can start now.
Skip and play. Come, let me take you down to the past. Now 1 year, I'm gonna make you jump like there's no tomorrow. From your ankle to your knee, under your bottom, and your waist. But watch you now, better me show you how it's done.
We've come to the end of our program. Do join us again tomorrow, same time, same place, for another insightful lineup. You may visit our website in the meantime at jis.gov.jm to catch up on this and so much more. I'm Adrian Atkinson. Thank you so much for watching.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.